we're live. And we're live. Welcome. Welcome. Hmm. So yesterday I definitely had these headphones in my ears, but didn't play not one song. But we gonna change that today. Okay. So I did a pre-shuffle, by the way. This is why you see the masculine energy as part of the title. It could be you, divine feminine, the masculine aspect of yourself, which could also reflect in the masculines that you attract. And you, divine masculine, this is a part of your divine feminine that you also attract, or simply just you, but still something that you could attract as well, especially if your soul is connecting you to a specific energy for you to evolve. So the cheetah speaks of being solar powered and masculine energy, while the sea serpent speaks of healing emotional wounds and expressing ideas. Ideas, desires along that line. For some of you masculine, this could be expressing the ideas that you have. So if this is you, it seems like you're doing what's comfortable, and stepping out of your comfort zone would be you doing something that has to do with what you truly want to create. Okay. I just got this other message coming in too about divine masculines that are stay at home dads. Could be a water sign. You're extremely nurturing. You are who you are. The more you know of who you are and you live that life of you, it really lightens up the loads of the burdens you could be carrying. So, welcome. But we're going to see what messages Source has for the collective. It is picking up the masculine energy on top of this new moon in Virgo doing the same thing. And when we speak of masculine energy, it's more so what influences you to take action or what inspires you to take action, because your motives are internal. There could be so many different things that inspire you, but your motive is your motive. Your motive is your motive, meaning you are the only one that can move thyself based on what is inspiring you. If there's something inspiring you. But in most cases, if we really look at it, we go through experiences in life to, you know, see what it is that we enjoy and what we don't. But we'll see what the message is. Okay. Mind you, at the bottom of the deck is the panther with the unicorn. So don't play it small, beloved. You may have been playing it small because you were holding on to certain emotional wounds. I mean, think about it. A lot of the masculines are being told, or many masculines may have been told, that they cried a week. So you know how that go. And some of the divine feminines come from masculine energies that embody that to a level that it has affected you, divine feminine, as that is the blood that flows through you. So I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of Mama Universe and Papa Universe. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of my angels, spirit guides, ancestors that guide and protect me. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of the gods and goddesses that flow through me as me, for you and I collected to use our mind's eye to see, always in connection to the Most High. So a little bit more on this sea serpent, because this could also be for some of you who have been sun gazing. Okay, so there could be some messages that confirm what you may have been experiencing. But the sea serpent states the following: the sea serpent represents the energy of expression, whether it's emotions, creativity, sensuality, or desire. The sea serpent allows us to move and direct our energy into a healthy current. When the essence of this card is in balance, we express ourselves creatively and sexually without fear or shame. So, this could have something to do with the root chakra as well. We know what we desire most. Our hearts are at ease and our relationships are meaningful and enduring. We loosen the grip of self judgment and we let the cool waters of forgiveness in to heal our wounds. When the energy of the sea serpent is not yet activated, our emotions and creativity are left in the muddy waters. So we will be paying attention to where we see the Six of Swords if we see that card, because that speaks of coming out of murky waters into stable waters. And this could be any of you who have a sun in Aquarius or Mercury in Aquarius. The current of expression stagnates in some areas of our lives and in other places it floods. It's important to remember no matter what the waters of our emotional lives look like, the sea serpent loves us just the same. Like a mother, she wraps herself around us in a gesture of protection. She supports us as we learn to express our true natures. The sea serpent is connected to the second chakra. And we're also going to pay attention to where we see the star card or the hermit. Because as you're on your path of darkness, seeking your true inner light, that is the image that you see on the hermit card of the hermit. So if the sea serpent, the subtle energy of the sea serpent occupies the area of the Svadhisthana, excuse me if I mispronounced that chakra, which is also the sacral chakra, located deep within the pelvic bowl. I'm going to pause right there when we're speaking of the pelvic bowl, because even in matters of fitness, as y'all know, I love to make analogies when it comes to the physical body, because that is one of the greatest ways to interpret what it's like when it comes to the ethereal energy, as it's also present within you. So the pelvic bowl, that's your hips. Okay, and the hips are actually represented by Sagittarius. So that's the ninth house energy. So this could be seeking truths. There's also the energy of the gods or God, growth, expansion, philosophy. So what you see to be as true based on your experience. Okay. Now with the pelvic bowl, a lot of times you'll have this misalignment in the spine because the bowl may be in a position where it's spilling the energy either forwards or backwards. So a lot of times when you see people slouched over, their pelvic bowl is literally tilted towards the back. And if you see mostly the feminine energies or females, women, when they have their back arched, their pelvic bowl is turned too forward, too much to the front. And it's causing an arch in the back that can really compress the disc in the spine. So if we're speaking of the Kundalini energy, you want to make sure that you're able to see what it is that you're seeking. Because when I say see, we're speaking of a connection to your soul, because the seeing I'm talking about is more so of your mind's eye, the eye that's connected to the soul. And that eye that's connected to the soul is also connected to your subconscious mind, which is in your heart chakra. So if you have these emotional wounds, this is what I'm saying. Like I can see like different athletes and things like that. And you'll have coaches that pay attention more so to the performance of the athlete. But if you are aware of certain injuries that these athletes have, you can see what's going on around them in their lives that's causing this energy to affect them in the form of an injury. Now, it doesn't have to be that you're an athlete as I'm expressing this, but it is a great key point to pay attention to the sensations that are flowing through your body, especially while Uranus is retrograde in the sign of Taurus, which has a lot to do with your wisdoms, with the wisdom of your body, your senses, even too. So that sacral chakra translates as in her own abode, in your own home, indicating this chakra is the home of the divine mother or Kundalini herself. So we have the cheetah that came out first, followed by this energy of the sea serpent. Now, I've been seeing this a lot, and it has also been brought to my attention that this new moon in Virgo has affected the masculines in a way that you, divine feminine, are also going to see that part of you, the masculine part of you, go through a major shift to close out a major cycle. Whatever this major cycle that you're closing out has a lot to do with a particular action that you want to take, but you may have been so blinded to the situation or to the matter to even take action because there was a wound. There was like a lot of scar tissue surrounding this wound. Okay. So let me go to the cheetah. Speaking of speed, Mercury, the panther, is over here at the bottom of the deck, which speaks of annihilation of the unnecessary and purging. Yeah. Basically annihilating anything that puts the being puts the being in a space to self-destruct. This could also be overextending yourself because we are also in the sign of Virgo, and the second decan of Virgo between the 2nd of September to about the 11th has a lot to do with the ruling planet Venus. Venus in Virgo is basically in the position that we will call at a fall, because Virgo is all about service and Venus is similar in terms of doing what others want. So this is why Venus and Virgo will be at a fall, because you can end up doing things where you overextend yourself, and this overextension can lead to self-destruction. It's until you decide to take action on what it is that causes you to self-destruct. For some of you, you may have wanted to do this before, but the response you receiving from those that you were given unconditional love to, but realizing that you're receiving conditional love by annihilating whatever it is that causes you to overextend to then later self-destruct. So the cheetah. Like I said, it speaks of solar force, action, achievement, masculine energy. The cheetah is the epitome of the solar forces at work. The sun doesn't shine onto the cheetah, it shines from inside this great creature and expands outward to brighten the universe. So, a lot of you who feel like these felines are your spirit guides and totem animals, it's because you have this connection to yourself of knowing that the brightness of the sun comes from within you. Okay. Or the light from the sun comes from within you. The light of your soul comes from within you. So this is giving me the vibe of someone who is part of the clan of those who are here to establish the Genesis, if we're speaking of galactic signature. Give me a second. Let me pull everything back up because I don't even know where y'all went. I turned the AC off because it wasn't that hot. Now I should have known though, because we over here channeling, so that's a given. That's a given. All right. So if you are the cardinal family that's here to establish the Genesis, it's giving me the vibes of those of you, even if this is not you, but if this is you, you could be a red dragon, white world bridger, blue monkey, or yellow warrior when it comes to your galactic signature, especially if you are a masculine energy. So, welcome, y'all, nonetheless. Here we go, here we go, here we go. The energy of the cheetah, the energy within the cheetah personality is palpable to others, and they naturally attract an audience to bear witness to their remarkable achievements. I just heard Showstopper. 2018. Something used to do 2018, not 2018, excuse me. Well, you may have wanted to restart it 2018. Then 2020 happened. Clear vision happened. But it really happened for you to establish a solid foundation. So the year I was really mentioning as it relates to Showstopper, 2007, 2008. There's a part of you that was blossoming, abundant around that time. Even if there were chaotic things going on in your life, there was this one thing or, several things that you would do that would bring you back to center, that would bring you back to that soul force of you. Okay. But it seems like from that point to about 2018, there has been a lot of resurfacing of emotional wounds that was a part of your bloodline. But it showed itself in a way for you to recognize it, for you to even be here on this channel, for you to even hear this message, to say, oh, aha, to have your aha moments, because I'm only confirming something that has been brought to your attention years ago or recently, however that fits for you. So, purpose and passion are the best fuel for cheetah's forward momentum. So, if you're lacking in those areas, so when it comes to your forward momentum, purpose, and passion, purpose has a lot to do with your spirit. Okay. And if you're lacking the forward momentum, it's only because you're lacking a connection to your spirit. You more than likely are connected to so many other spirits that ain't got nothing to do with you. So, meaning it is more than okay to mind your business. Okay. All right. So, reconnect to why before you start running. Interesting. There's something you were interested in, but now the question is, when it comes up to you again, is it something you're going to commit to, or is it still an interest? When you're in balance to this cheetah's energy, you achieve anything boundless energy. When out of balance, impatient and competitive. To bring into balance, reconnect to purpose. And the cheetah being here at the bottom of the deck speaks of annihilating all things of self destruction. This can go so many different ways, but because it's collective, we're just gonna keep it general. If it requires, if a message comes through that is more so direct to some of you here, then we'll do that. The energy of the panther won't stand to see your growth or energy stagnate. Instead, it pounces into your life and causes all kinds of havoc, with the ultimate intention of bringing you towards more fulfilling lives or life. It's unexpected, uncomfortable, and sometimes feels devastating, but after all, the dust clears. It's easy to see that the Panther's wisdom is at work. The Panther's wisdom is at work. There's this recollection within yourself of the past, present, and future to bring it all into the moment of now. Wisdom through the obstacles and challenges. Saturn, 27, 30 years of age. Saturn return really helped you out with that. We've all been through these experiences and they've made us better people. Or at least they should have. Trust that the Panther's journey always leads to a brighter place. It leads to a brighter place. Yes, it does. But you also have what? Willpower. Whether this is something you know, you have willpower. What you do with it, different story. So when you're in balance, you're brave and productive. When you're out of balance, self destructive. To bring into balance, get rid of the unnecessary. So, for the collective, what are you asking them to get rid of here? What are you asking them to get rid of here? Let me use the astrology cards first. What are you asking the collective to get rid of here in order for them to not put themselves in the past of self-destruction? What is the collective to remove? Put that back so it don't pop out. It was it looked like Neptune card or Pisces card. We got a Taurus here. Or the energy that is around you that does not show the abundance of nature, which also will show you the flow of nature, which also would connect you to the ability to detach. Because you wouldn't know a lotus until the lotus detached itself from being in the space that it was in, thinking that it couldn't rise up from that. So it has to detach from its process of feeling like it's supposed to stay under the mud and rise up through the mud. Remove yourself from things that are not showing you the wealth, richness, earthy and productive, yet energy that is relaxed and slow. So this is basically get to a space where you can be on your path without regret or without the lack of forgiveness. Remember, forgiveness is for you. Then we have Taurus, and then we have Sagittarius. So it's asking you to remove yourself from anything that doesn't imbue power, superior confidence, enthusiasm, with faith, great fortune, and authority. So I'm getting the vibe of a masculine energy that has the tendency to be the smartest one in the room and criticize for it. Meanwhile, you're there to assist. This could also be you, divine feminine, when it comes to the way you take action. You could be doing things that you are really wanting to assist whomever it is you are assisting, but it comes across as if you're overstepping boundaries when in reality, that energy doesn't even know what their boundaries are. They have more walls up than anything. The way this rainbow is showing off right here. How is that even? What is over here? Okay. 405. Y'all know how we do over here, Gematria. Give me a second. because there's something about this that is also connected to this Panther's message. Let me see. 405. Vamos a ver. Let me see. Day 7. Day 7 is one of the first things that pulls up in the gematria for numbers 405. Where is my notebook? Excuse me. Okay. 405. Rainbow. Then we have the gematria pulling through with day 7. Saturn. Okay. Some of you have a Saturn in Taurus or Saturn in Sag. Saturn in the 2nd house, Saturn in the 9th house. 405, daughter. Presence of God. Torres. Tunnel. Margaret Keenan. Then you have paradigm shift, comes from God, literal moon, the color red, the ring of fire, human blood, music angel, Metatron, Dr. Death, the astral. God is in the mind. So you got two minds. You got your conscious mind and your subconscious mind, and God is located in both. Dr. Manhattan. Goddess Athena. Okay. Let me see. Based off of today's chart, let me see where Athena would be. Which also connects to the asteroid Pallas. Give me a second. I gotta watch the time. I got a whole tour coming up. Let's see. Palace and Gemini, that definitely makes that's like your art of war. Your art of war has a lot to do with your words. Something about your words here. Your words having a lot more power than any other time. With Mars and Gemini, we are in the sign of Virgo. Both of these are ruled by Mercury. Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. Wisdom, intelligence, and healing. Words that bring forth wisdom, intelligence, and healing. To have both wisdom and intelligence, that's a whole nother cup of tea now. Let's see. Expressing themselves creatively. Some of you are really amazing, or your life has led you to becoming a great writer, musician, or something to do with the expression of the throat chakra. Yeah, you got Virgo at the bottom of the deck. Something about this Virgo season is really solidifying your foundation when it comes to the way you express yourself, and the way you express yourself changes the paradigm of your life. I feel like this is for those of you who are coming to this higher level of reality as to the powers that you have within you as a creator. Like basically everything you say is like abracadabra. And when I say everything you say doesn't have to be, you know, verbal, it could be in your thoughts too. Someone is expressing themselves in their mind and their thoughts, and it's manifesting quite quickly in their reality, or the reality that they see with their two eyes, connected to the primary five senses. And you got Capricorn. So this could definitely have something to do with work. You got two energies here speaking of work, Taurus and Capricorn. And then you had Virgo at the bottom of the deck. So definitely whatever you believe to be true is manifesting. Even if it's a lie, but you're giving the energy to it, is going to manifest because it's coming across as something you're reclaiming as truth because you're putting so much energy into it. So I see where this energy of self-destruction is coming into play. This could even be those that you communicate with. It's like the first month. It's like it's giving birth, but you're really, making sure you're not putting your newborn into positions where they can be infected or something like that. Let's see what these cards are saying. What is the message here for the masculine energy collective? The masculine themselves or the masculine within the divine feminine? This is energy we're speaking of, the energy of taking action. It's physical. Let's see. Oh, these kind of, yes. So we have two moon tones. Ooh, yeah. Two moon tones, and they're magnetic and galactic. Yeah, okay. Let me see what else you got going on here before I even go into that, based off of what I just told you. We have I am enough to move. I am enough to be able to move forward. Past life. Aries. So for some of you, this could be those of you who have a South Node in Aries. Or you may have come back from the age of Aries. You could have this significant in your chart. Leo, Aquarius. Now, with the moon tone of magnetic and galactic, you have the essence of purpose, okay, and integrity, truth. Core values, purpose, Taurus, integrity, truth, Sagittarius. Then when it speaks about this Capricorn energy, the greatest of all time, you have the power here to harmonize and unify through the action of attraction and modeling integrity. Some of you, because I'm seeing here attract purpose. Some of you have been given the opportunity to choose what you want your purpose to be. That's how this message is coming across. Because I feel like the way this new moon in Virgo came through while Mars entered Gemini, then you have all of these other outer planets in retrograde. It's basically saying, okay, everything is going back inside. So you can take out or curate the energy based on the way you want to see it. This sounds like an Aquarius. It's like you're the astrologer of this modern age. I'm not even gonna say modern age, of this age, because you were always one of the beginning astrologers or connected to the Dogon tribe, where you created this tool of guidance in connection to the stars. So you could be somebody who's literally out here and know where all of the stars are just through what it is that you feel. That's amazing. Kudos to you, honey. Use it. You may have to isolate yourself to use your gifts. But do what you gotta do to bring joy to you. Do what you have to do to bring joy to you. Don't worry about what people around you have to say. Okay? Because you a whole God out here. So the power of universal fire pops through here with the solar seal of the yellow sun. Now, the solar seal of the yellow sun. Give me a second. I feel like some are not getting this notification, but it's more than well right now. The yellow sun, you are connected to the polar family. Let's see, this is in the middle. This one I can close. Give me a second. I'll be having so many windows open. Like, girl, what are you doing? Where is what I'm looking for? Could it be here? No. Should I close that out too? No, I didn't. Let me move it. Put you here. Boom. Now I got it like I like it. Okay. Yellow sun, we was talking about, right? That's the polar family. So yellow polar zone. Yellow polar zone. Galactic karmic of Pluto. Ooh. It's like every time you exhale, you could transform shit. Now you about to get magical up in here. Let me see. Projecting upward from the Great Pyramid of Egypt. You're connected to the runes Fehu, which speaks of wealth, the cattle Hathor, and Gebo, partnerships, gifts. And then you also had the sea serpent that came out here. Be careful with your thoughts, beloved. Be careful with your thoughts and be careful with what you surround yourself with that influence your thoughts. This is giving me a vibe where the divine masculines, this is a great time for you to go into a cave moment. Isolate yourself. Unless you can be around people that are of high vibration and, do what you do. But other than that, it's 420. Yeah, you might want to vibe out by yourself. Just saying. You're going to sow what you reap. You're going to sow what you reap. Some of you, you're calling in physical healing here with this Uru's room. There's a rebirth happening for you. Ooh. There's a lot of galactic signatures coming through here now. You got red serpent. You could be a red magnetic serpent or red galactic serpent, or yellow magnetic sun or yellow galactic sun as far as your galactic signature is concerned. But when it, here we go with headphones in my ears and there's no music playing. The red serpent, okay? Give me a second. Let me look at something. Red serpent. You're also connected to these are both polar families now. Yellow sun and red serpent, polar families are coming through here. Oh shit, Anubis. Fuck. Okay. Red polar zone. You are the galactic karmic of Maldek. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna tell you then. Like I said before, some of you are literally creators of the guidance that the collective use when it comes to, you know, what it has to deal with astronomy and astrology. You're very advanced. Your way of thinking is very advanced, especially with Athena's energy coming through here. 405. You could also be in Aries because Aries is here. So this could be talking to your Aries placement. I feel like some of you got a Jupiter in Aries, where you're really here to reform in order for the collective to expand. 423. You could have Mercury in Taurus. I'm looking for these and I literally have it here too though. So there's something you're looking for that's right under your nose. There's an idea, there's something you want to express that you desire, and it could be so simple that you feel like it's not going to be worth it, but exactly what is simple is more than worth it. If anything, that connects you more to your God essence. Because life wasn't designed to be complicated. You have a connection. Okay, so first and foremost, the red serpent is the zone of the serpent initiates. The yellow sun is the zone of the enlightened one. Enlightened one. Now, hold on. I want to make sure I get as much info as I can for you. You also have a connection to horses. You're a horse whisperer. Something about horses. Or something comes to mind as far as clarity when you're around horses or in an area that is connected to horses. Because the red polar family zone and connected connected to the red serpent. That's the zone of the ancient shaman, the magic zone. And the yellow polar zone is connected to ancient Rome, Greece, and Egypt. Stonehenge. You have a very strong connection to ley lines, so you may want to do some research about the different ley lines and what it is that has been constructed on these particular ley lines. Because as you're doing so, your plasma begins to respond to it. You know what I'm getting the vibe of right now, too? You're the type of person, whoever this is resonating with, and you have to just keep using it. And this is another reason why it's important for you to be around people where you have to prove yourself, because most people need proof because they want something that proof has a lot to do with something that has already been written. You hold information that has not been written. So let's put it that way. Your ass can hold a book and you know everything that's in here because you touched it. That's all I'm saying. You know a lot about people because you've touched them, because you have a lot of knowledge of the underworld too. You may have experienced a lot of deaths in your life, either physically, mentally, spiritually, electricity. As I'm saying that, you have a way of connecting to the frequency within another person's body, and that is huge in terms of a service that you're here to provide to heal people. I like the divine masculine energy. It got me. My Mars ass. Yeah, it would have me chill out. Woo! Let's see. AWAS. Defensive forces. The strength to ward off, repel blockades, and defeat. That's giving me this Jaguar energy too, you know. Patience is key, Sagittarius. All right. Patience is key. And my twist just got tied up on this anchor. It really got tied up on this anchor. So, okay, this sounds like there's something you want to do. You feel like you have to rush to do it. Beloved, you're one of those that created the concept of time. So get that out your head. So that could be something you want to be mindful of. Death mysteries. And you saw Anubis not too long ago. The timeless. Immortality. Connect to your power connected to the death mysteries so you can avoid casualties. A lot of your growth is going to be encouraged through discomforts until you realize the power that you have that comes with immortality. That is the most uncomfortable concept for humanity today, because everybody wants to die and go to heaven, not realizing that when you die, it's basically a transformation. That other death, I feel like that's something now. That shit feel like it's something completely different. It's like, by the way, I still have no music on. So okay, you probably haven't been listening to certain music that you love to listen to in a minute. Get on your shit. What you doing? Out here playing this shit. You might want to dive into Alan Watts. He'll wake your ass up right quick, because that's what just showed up on my little playlist over here. But I'm going to listen to Soca while I do this reading. So don't mind me. Pay attention to the message. Okay. Now we got moon tone, self-existing. The power to define the more yourself exists. Connected to the action of measure. And there we got emotional wound. Okay, so wow, this is a beautiful divine masculine. I'm gonna tell you that because you have a strong connection to the maternal emotional wounds. So you're extremely nurturing. Okay, this ain't for all, but this is some divine masculines that had dealt with feminines that were not for them, and you honestly became a dickhead. I'm gonna just keep that a stack for some. That ain't for all. Others of you, you stood your ground. See, those that went the other route, it would take for you to meet a high priestess for you to sit your ass down and realize who you are. So you're not sitting here playing games with yourself because you ain't hurting the feminine the way you think you are because you're wounded. No, you're hurting yourself more. You're hurting your bloodline more. And that's something to be more aware of than getting over on somebody because you're more so getting over on yourself than anything. Moving on. You got Taurus, Scorpio coming through here. What's this? Love never gives up, and its faith and hope. Its faith, hope, and patience never fails when it comes to love. You got red moon, red earth, Sagittarius again. So Sagittarius, Aries, that's a lot of that solar powered energy. So this could be Sag, Aries, Leo men. Or if you were Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, moon energy, masculine, this could be you too. Or you, divine feminine, this could be also some of your placements. We have 1 to 5 days. And like I said, you about to reap what you sow. That's what this is about. So what are you sowing? What are you putting together? And when I say what are you putting together, these are things that you're formulating, defining, harmonizing, unifying in your conscious mind. Because this could be something that will normally take, if we're putting time into it, 30 days to be a part of your subconscious, like a habit. But the way the earth is moving and the energy is now, it could be the next day that that becomes a part of your subconscious mind. You see what I'm saying? Free up yourself, free up yourself. Yeah, wine. White World Bridge is also here. Magnetic, Red Serpent, Galactic, Yellow Sun, Universal Firepower. That sounded like the Power Rangers just now. I was about to say Morphin Power Rangers. That could have been your shit when you was younger too. You might want to watch some Power Rangers. I don't know. Electric, AWAS. It did say pull 1 to 3 Oracle cards, so I'm going to do that. Emotional wounds, which you saw earlier. Love never gives up, and its faith, hope, and patience never fail. Taurus, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Red Earth, the power of navigation. Okay, so Red Earth, you are the solar prophetic of Uranus. You are the outbreath of Uranus. That's hilarious, but it's not. But this is also connected to stagnation, movement. You reap what you sow, and the torch to set things on fire to move forward. So it's like you're at the equator. I'm going. Hold on. Equator. Gematria connects to 274. There goes the 420. Okay, some of you who smoke trees, make sure you're doing it to be creative and not that you're sitting there, smoking your trees, having the munchies and ain't doing shit with it. That's not what that's for. read more about the book of Enoch. Kasha Moon. Yeah, I figured that wasn't. If you're into crypto, you may want to work more with the moon cycles. Independent home, that's 405, but that may have something to do with it. Epsilon, Moises, which is also Moses. Selenite, Atlantic, Diamond Rain. That's April, ain't it? That's Aries energy. Diamond. Teleforce. Time flies. So the message for that is if you got student loans, make sure you do your PSLF. Fuck that. Okay. Get your shit in there. Let's see. Red Moon. You are the galactic karmic of Mercury, the outbreath of Mercury, the zone of the healer. I like that. This is a secret, though. It's so secretive, you may not be aware of it for some of you. Even everything I just stated, there's certain things that I stated you may not even know that this got something to do with you. It got everything to do with you. 5 days, I told you, the way the earth is spinning right now, it's not going to take 30 days for a habit. It could be the next damn minute. No, shit. Summer harvest was winter food, initiating gradual and lasting change and flow of life. Welcome, beloved. I am enough to be able to move forward. Just be resourceful. Past life, clear up whatever that is, especially if you are living in the shadow side, being more combative and competitive, age of Aries energy, when it's more so about you doing what you want to do. So most people stepped into this combative energy because what they wanted to do wasn't allowed. I just shook my head because I went into that star energy. Let me get your 3 oracle cards. What are the 3 oracle cards for the collective? Three oracle cards. What are the 3 oracle cards for the collective? The Thinker, Passion Ignited. Look at that. That's 144, 441. You could be seeing that quite often. This song that's playing right now, Bonafide Love. Oh, yes, you may not be a movie star. You may not drive, but I love you in every way. Oh, wow, this feels like a divine masculine that's connected to a feminine energy, but they feel because of where she's at in life that they don't deserve her. You better get your healing star energy behind to where you belong, boo. Don't worry about the material, what it looks like that she's gaining. What you have within you connected to the cosmos is worth more than anything in this material world. It will always be. I'll say that right now. So we got the thinker, passion ignited, and moving on. There goes the Six of Swords, by the way. Let me see what's going on here. Here and now. Luther Vandross. That could be your jammy jam. Promising to love faithfully. And if you are a divine masculine that has a connection to a feminine that's connected to whatever she wants to be connected to, that one thing she's not connected to is love and being loved faithfully. So this is giving me Russell was already on his shit though, but it's like a Russell and Ciara. He probably had a crush on this woman since she came out as an artist, and probably never even crossed his mind. Oh, probably, you know what? Because he is Sag, it more than likely did. Yeah, because he is Sag, it more than likely did. So, just saying. It's 4:41 right now, too. Let's see what 4:41 talking about for you, boo. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I'll do another pre-pull. Anchored again. If I do another pre-pull and the feminine energy comes out, then we'll do that. It says team, friend, intimate, chief. A friend, also gentle. A cow, that's also connected to cattle. There it goes. As notable, like meat cattle. So this is just confirming what we've been looking at here. You have an energy that is beyond this world. Nothing in this earthly material world could ever compare to the knowledge that you have. And the way Anubis came out, there's a lot of treasure underground, but it's also an ethereal space, an astral realm. This entire being of this planet is an astral realm. So what's the Six of Swords about? Air cover. Six of Swords speaks of the Six of Cups, clarified by the Six of Swords again. And you see this Gibo room coming out here again. Who was that? The yellow polar family, so yellow sun, and it just turned 444. Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Telling you, this ain't your first time here, but when I say first time here, you're one of those teachers that Christ went to. You know what this is giving me the vibe of? Gabriel talking to Mary. There's an idea that's coming to you that is coming from the divine, that's coming from angels that are connected to you. This is your own private security, the angels you're connected to. I'm not talking about the main ones that we just talk about, but this could be some fallen angels that have risen. Five of Pentacles, there goes Mercury and Taurus, as we were talking about that earlier. It's something you're moving on from the past. It's going to allow you to think clearly. There could have been a lot of defeat involved, but it's going to allow you to think clearly and reignite your passion. Yeah. What's this? Seven of Wands. The new head honcho in the building. In the building, all right. You done tore the whole shit down. Being yourself. Yes, I'm broad. I'm broad. I'm broader than Broadway. You leaving behind a legacy, but when I say leaving behind, you're gonna actually enjoy it too, though. The Wheel of Fortune. You can see this in your dream state clearly. What's this? It's the truth. That's what this is. Yeah. You have a lot of core values of the underworld because Seven of Cups is Venus and Scorpio, and Anubis was there. So one of your cosmic gods is Anubis. Anubis. So if heaven relocated like that last message we was pulling through, the underworld did too. And you know where that is, what that is, what that means. Don't self-sabotage yourself though with these thoughts. Justice is definitely on your side. This is Isis energy as well. Aset's energy. Let me get one more, and I'm gonna get the Isis oracle for y'all. Wow, look at this. Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Justice is still showing here. Seven of Swords. Anything that has to do with deception, the lessons you had to learn, is like done and over with. But there is also an opportunity to go backwards, because this can lead you to what you see here. Moving on from the past. The same way you got the Six of Swords in order for you to reignite what it is that you're passionate about. Because the more you release what is no longer serving your heart, your purpose, which is residing in your subconscious mind, part of your soul, the easier it is going to be for you to be on that path. And when I say be on that path too, this could also be when you're going through the dark night of the soul. It doesn't seem so harsh the way you hear it to be. I ain't gonna front. Dark night of the soul for me was quite relaxing, in the sense of people knew to back themselves up away from me. That day will come, Capleton. Who do you think you are? We living in a... So be mindful of who you think you are living in this small world, because you don't come from just this world. You're in it, but you're not of it. The world has to do with simply humanity. Well, complex as it is, humanity, because humanity hasn't shown itself to be simple just yet. In the fire getting burned, that day will come when they will try to escape and there will be nowhere to run. That day will come. That day will come. So, divine masculine that relates with that energy, you know who you are. Heal those emotional wounds so you're not taking action and doing something you're going to regret doing with the soul that you carry. And you know what I'm saying when I'm telling it to you too. Okay? When they will try to escape and there will be nowhere to run. You're going to be called to do something, but just do it from a wise point of view, a wise, discerning point of view. What's this? Queen of Cups, the Holy Grail. The G center path, the G rail, the G center path of wholeness. because you're moving people from this essence of living in the world to living within the galaxy, within the universe. Two different things. Three different things. Yeah, you got Capricorn on the bottom of the deck. These are both polar opposites. Speaking of whole, this is a 180 energy right here. Seven of Swords, divine taming. Divine taming, because he just said judgment. Divine timing is at play when it comes to the Holy Grail. And then, okay. See, the fact that this is a masculine energy reading and the cards that were showing up had to do with emotional wounds. This is your feminine energy within you that's causing your masculine energy to respond the way it has been. And there goes that cat right there with that Queen of Wands, this Black Panther energy. Removing anything that puts you in this space to self-destruct. AKA step away from your soul. Five of Wands. Where people are, see, this is competition. And it's only competition because each and every one of these figures are doing the same shit, but one wants to be better. Had they all done what they were supposed to do, this would formulate the perfect star. Or a star. Four of Pentacles, yeah. Do what you're supposed to do. Step away what you got to step away from and focus on what you can trust. For some of you, that's going to be nature, birds. Falconry could be highly significant. And then we got the Seven of Swords pulling through here. What's under that? The Four of Cups. This is what you're healing from. The emotional wounds you're healing from. The deception, the envy. And the way you reacted to it. Because you didn't respond. Had you responded, you wouldn't resonate with this message. Or you still probably do. Because it's giving you a way to come up with the strategy when it comes to moments you feel like you were left out in the cold and shit. Then you got, come on, baby. You the star, you the healer out here. What the fuck? It's a pity. Tanya Stevens, it's a pity. Tanya, I love ya. It's a pity. See, some of you were moving too quick, not knowing yourself. But you a Messiah, a healer. Look at how this is popping through. The High Priestess is Pete. I told you that shit earlier. I said some of you have done things because of the wounds that you've had. And until you met a High Priestess, then and only then you were going to switch from a particular way of moving and treating the feminine energy because you're wounded. Let's see what animal spirit comes out to close up your reading, baby. Let's see. The tarantula. Your guides know you're going to choose wisely and speak your truth. And then the dragon. Y'all remember these cards from the love reading. Just saying. So that could be connected to that. Final message for the masculine. Yeah, this might tie into the first reading for that love reading that we did last night. The whale. There's something to do with music, all right. And the scorpion? Sheesh. You have words that transform. This world transforms you first and foremost, because that's the only way you'll have the ability to transform the world, is realizing the transformation that you have been able to overcome when it came to self. You have a lot of wisdom, ancient wisdom, divine masculine. You're like, again, you're one of the first beings in terms of what has been documented. This could also be one of the first beings before things were documented too. But I was about to say the wheel. You could be one of the keepers of the wheel when it comes to human design. And if we're speaking of the keepers of the wheel, you could have gates 60, 61, 41, or 19 when it comes to your human design. So 60 would speak of limitation, 61 will be inspiration, 41 contraction, 19 wanting. The keepers of the wheel, guardians of the wheel, the hidden gods from themselves. I mean, yeah, different data. Desire to delve deeper, profound peace, ancient wisdom is the whale, divine masculine. So we have here, whale represents profound emotional health and stability. Whale personalities are not afraid of emotional expression or traversing difficult terrain, horses, as they have overcome many challenges in their lives. These experiences have enriched them, giving them stability, strength, and a depth that is rare. Whale energy is usually linked to the feminine forces of compassion and communication. We can depend on whale personalities when all else seems lost, and trust them to be a beacon in our darkest hour. When you're in balance, when it comes to the whale's energy to desire to delve deeper, profound peace, and ancient wisdom. When you're in balance, you're calm, steady, and deeply compassionate. When out of balance, heavy, slips into old stories, and to bring into balance regular self care. All right, divine masculine. So that's the energy, as well as for you, divine feminine, when it comes to you taking action. There's definitely something for you to, take from this message as well. If not, I will see you on the next live.